Hello, welcome back to Blow's Harvest Vintage Toys. Today we're just going to be talking about the Princess Leia. We all love Princess Leia. I know I'm doing the vintage figure rundown from the first 12, but I just want to talk about the Bespin Leia today. I just wondered if you were aware of how many different sculpts that actually are of this face. There's two significant variants. You can see the painted neck and the unpainted neck, sometimes called the polar neck. But were you aware of how many different sculpts of the face there actually are in the Bespin Leia? Leia Organa in Bespin Gown first appeared on Empire Strikes Back 31B cards. The catalogue number was 37920, which was the first catalogue number for the Empire Strikes Back line. One could argue this officially made her the first figure released for the new movie and Empire Strikes Back packaging, but then there's Boba Fett. The 31B front back image initially had Leia facing left with the waist up. This image was very short lived and replaced by 32B back, and later the new image of Leia looking forward to the front from her knees up. The image was changed for one final time with the tri-logos, which was almost the same as the 31B, but this time it showed more of the original photo showing Leia standing. This by far is a favourite images of her since it isn't blocked by any other graphics. Interesting notes on her card back artwork. The images are changed starting the 31-2B due to some contrast and detail issue created from the dress and the scene behind her from a printing standpoint. Luke Skywalker in Bespin Fatigues also had this image changed from the 31B to 32B backs, and later, just like Leia, his tri-logo image is different from the both preceding images, however. The original image was brought back later in the tri-logo cards. The figure is very interesting in that there are countless variations that exist as she was produced over the years. The variations range between minor and major. She was produced from the first 10 figures launched on the Empire Strikes Back line and continued to be produced all the way to the end of the Return of the Jedi cards and eventually the tri-logos as well. She was never released on the Power of the Force cards. Interesting note on her nameplate: during the Empire Strikes Back cards, Leia's nameplate was printed as Leia Organa Bespin Gown. Starting with the Return of the Jedi cards, the Revenge of the Jedi proof card, her nameplate will then be found as Princess Leia Organa Bespin Gown. Having been produced for so long, the moulds used to make her were put to the test across many factories around the world. One of the most interesting points of this figure is that she was originally released with a body sculpt that is referred to as crew neck. While crew neck was most screen accurate, at some point relatively early on, the moulds were also retooled to remove the crew neck style and instead produce her with a turtleneck, where the dress colour went all the way up to her chin. Since the torso was remoulded, the heads may have needed to be redone or altered to fit these new torsos. This turtleneck variant is not screen accurate as there has to be a reason for the change. It may have simply been done to have few areas to paint and deal with in quality control. It also could be done to correct her neck being a little too wide for a woman's neck, and we may never know what the true story about that is. Another new fact is that the change of the turtleneck occurred. They started applying lipstick to the turtleneck figures. Previously all the crew neck had no lipstick. Leia Organa in Bespin Gown is one of the very few figures that have a true major mould based variation. By major mould variations I am referring to a complete new mould or a portion of the figure being corrected to correct an issue with the original. Other figures with major mould variations include Han Solo, small and large head, and the Snaggletooth, blue and red. At my last count, the loose collection has 33 figures, somewhere between 16 and 18, of which I consider major variations. But working off the mould pair concept, there are at least 12 CEO stamp variations and possibly more. So the Leia Organa Bespin gown has a CO1, CO2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, which as you can see here. The head comparisons, which I'm going to show you now. This is family 1, a 4-line Hong Kong aka CO1. Kenner Tortoise. Kenner Tortoise again. Parker Palatoy Clipper. Little Eddie Palatoy. Pock Kenner Palatoy. Family 2, we have a 2-line Hong Kong straight aka CO2, which is Kenner, 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 Pock. Family 3 is a 2-line Hong Kong slanted aka CO3, Kenner Palatoy, Parker Kenner Palatoy. Family number 1 altered 4-line raised bar China aka CO number 4, Kenner Parker and a Lily Lady. Family number 2 altered 1-line no CO straight Palatoy. Family 3 altered number 1 line no CO slanted aka CO number 6 Parker Kenner Palatoy. There are also a number of cape variations. A version 1, version 2, version 2A, 2B, version 3, version 3A, 3B, 3C textured, version 4, Little Lady, and always be careful of reproductions. So that just shows you the different variations of this Bespin Leia. I did have a lot of different variations of the Bespin look, which I thought that was the only figure that had a lot of variations, but this obviously is most probably the most varied figure that you can actually find. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that Leia is something that you'll collect. Obviously if you've got the full collection you'll have 5 layers, but if you want to focus on Bespin Leia, that's probably one of the best ones to focus on, or one of the worst ones to focus on if you want the whole range. As you can see there, there's the unpainted neck with no lipstick on, and the painted neck with lipstick on, as I was mentioning. And there's a slight colour variation there as well. This, I would say, is just too many different variations, and it's just, I just find it really exciting, really interesting to know, and I just thought I'd pass it on to you. And if you like videos like this, please like and subscribe. I'll try to put content out like this all the time. I'm finding things out like this, and I just want to pass on this knowledge. And I thought it might be of interest for everybody. So thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. May the toys be with you.